Hey you, what did you do today? What did you really do today? Did you accomplish your goals? Did you make a difference? Were you the you that you want to be? You want to know how you can be? VegasFuel. What is that? An electrifying, tantalizing, energizing beverage. It'll give you that boost, that pizzazz, that panache, that kick. But here's the kick. It tastes great. How great? Really great. You want to be great? You already are. You just need VegasFuel to remind you. Be a more productive, delicious, energetic you. VegasFuel.
Available at Rite Aid and GNC nationwide and other savvy retailers. Plus, Robbie E and EC3 drink it, so you know it's awesome.
VegasFuel. It just tastes better.
If you're looking for a new and up-and-coming supplement company, look no further than Centurion Labs, used by TNA superstar wrestlers Robbie E and Ethan Carter III. Contact us at 609-401-8536 or email us directly at Centurion Labs, that's CENTURIONLABZ @yahoo.com to get a full list of products we have to offer.
Impact Wrestling, Wednesday nights on Spike.
Ladies and gentlemen,
DJ, hit the music! Are you so mad, bro? Oh, this is awesome, bro!
I give back. I give to the community. I'm out there. I'm slinging hash at the soup kitchen. Clearly, you understand that I'm a Cardinal and the world needs us.
Robbie EC3.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with round two, as the sophisticated gentlemen say.
Wait, round two.
Do, as the Frenchmen say. I'm trying to establish some culture here.
Français.
Indeed, yes, oui, oui.
Je m'appelle Ethan.
No one understands French, bro.
Can I do the intro?
Everybody.
I'm going to have to start putting my foot down. Anyway, my carbon footprint will be all over this podcast.
Did you know that with every concert Justin Timberlake does, he sees the carbon footprint of what the concert took out of the environment, and he plants that equivalent of trees in the city? My friend Justin Timberlake, what a guy, huh?
Great guy.
You know that when EC3 was a baby, he had extra baby fat?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on episode 2 of The Voice of Vegas.
Justin Timberlake was a chunky baby, too.
Justin Timberlake is a national treasure, and he's not on this episode. We'll have him on in a few weeks. If you can pull strings, I'd love to get him.
Yeah, I'll just text him.
If Lance Bass is available, Joey Fatone does the intro for Family Feud, by the way. Great gig. I'm trying to do the intro for the Robbie EC3Experience, episode 2.
Episode 2.
Thank you, Robert. We are here to bring you the hard-hitting issues.
Mountain Dew takes away your sperm.
I haven't drank anything in my life except for VegasFuel.
Yellow Dye number 5 is no good. And I think we all here can agree that if you need a refreshing carbonated beverage with a little kick, you're going to have yourself a VegasFuel.
Which you can get conveniently at Rite Aid and GNC across this illustrious nation. We are here on the Voice of Vegas Podcast Network, available on iTunes. Search Voice of Vegas, search Robbie E, search EC3 or Ethan Carter III. Many different ways to find us. Also on our Podbean website, which I neglected to mention on the last episode, voiceofvegas.podbean.com, and of course, impactwrestling.com. We are all over the place, and we are going to bring you a wonderful episode on episode 2. Last time on the show, we had wonderful topics, hard-hitting topical debates. We had an interview segment where Robbie E and EC3 probed each other. Sorry. And
literal probing.
There was lots of probing going on. It got weird, uncomfortable, but it also, I think that's where it needed to go. And I think
actually chime in real fast here. And
sure.
I'd just like to tell you, Jordan, tell you, Robert, and tell all the great fans of the Robbie EC3 Experience that due to Robbie's nefarious claims that I was making up the story about Helga, she actually reached out to me and emailed me. And if I could, I'd like to read that real fast.
Sure.
Ethan, hello. So good to hear from you. I miss you. I miss your touch, your scent, your love. As a young teen, I had no idea a man could bring so much love to a woman so much older. You taught me things I did not know, and I know I taught you things you did not know. It's unfortunate I'm locked here in Sweden, far away from you, but I see you every week on Impact Wrestling, and you're doing great. You're the best. Sincerest regards and love always, Helga.
Hey, that's great that she
Wow.
wrote you that. And you know, Jordan, I actually didn't want to bring this up because I didn't want to cause any further dissension than me and EC3 already have. But after listening to week 1 of the Robbie EC3 Experience, Helga actually didn't write me an email because emails are lame and you write them to people when you don't really care about them. She actually wrote me an up-to-date text message and put, "Just wrote EC3 an email, lied to him, LOL, I want to bang you, Robbie E."
That's amazing.
Throw that out
That's
there.
weird. I didn't know you had international on your date your plan.
It's called WhatsApp. You can talk to people internationally.
And of course,
On the bandwagon.
Impact Wrestling available on Challenge TV overseas, I believe. So Helga, thank you for tuning in, and her English is stellar.
Well, it's broken, and there's a lot of little dots over O's and strange kind of inflections. I kind of
Translated.
yes.
That's why you stammered over a few words.
Oh, it's tough, and it's tough to decipher, a broken English.
Well, I think you did a bang-up job. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we wouldn't be doing our job on the Robbie EC3 Experience. I know this is where you go for topical debate and news and hard-hitting issues. So, let's talk about it. Let's just put it out there, guys. There's been a lot of things in the media lately about abuse, whether it be women, whether it be children. So where do you guys fall in that? What was your upbringing? Is it ever okay to strike anyone? When does it become abuse and when is it acceptable discipline? Obviously, Ethan, you come from a very disciplined background, and you would not chastise a child. You don't have any children yet, but what do you feel is an appropriate measure of discipline when a child acts out?
Well, it's hard to say, growing up in so many different environments. I was very fortunate enough to grow up with a strong family background, family values, core, and, the Texas part, the Carter clan and, Nashville, like Southern gentlemen. And, you never do any sort of thing to ever threaten violence against someone you love and care about. I mean, that's just very unfortunate. And though I don't have kids, yet someday I plan on being a very good father. And I know Robbie probably has 6, 7 illegitimate children running around all sorts of places in the United States, and he totally neglects them. They're raised without a father, and they're going to have a tough time. But I just want to take this time to reach out to Robbie E's vast amount of illegitimate children and say, Uncle Ethan's there for you.
Hey, since we, just throwing it out there, since we are kind of on the same podcast weekly now, EC3, if I, and again, I am going to go with you that me having the kids running around the world, it is 50-50. So since you're rich, do you think maybe if we did find him and they called in, you send them some money so I wouldn't look as bad?
Well, I think as a standing gentleman that I would view each case of charity case-by-case basis and make a educated and business decision. But, yeah, I'll support your bastard kids.
I appreciate that, bro. But with that said, also, Jordan, you had referred to, Ethan as a, future father. It's just in order for him to be a father, he would have to, at some point, have sex. And I don't see that happening at any time in the near future. So therefore, I don't see how he'll ever be able to be a father.
It's just a real gas you are sometimes. It's just downgrading long-term love of one singular woman, spending my life and eternity dedicated to another person, someone who brings the best out of me because I bring the best out of her. I love you, Natalie.
No idea what you're saying right now.
What? Now, okay, well, he may not have kids.
For a guy who loves rom-coms so much, you think you know a thing or two about love and commitment and relationships, but you don't, and it sickens me sometimes. It just really, I'm sorry, Jordan, I get a little off hinge.
Yeah, but I mean, do you at least agree that rom-coms are great?
I would actually, on a case-by-case basis, again, take this. So, Robbie, what is your favorite rom-com?
I'm going to say anything with Jennifer Aniston. I mean, Breakup is great. Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn. Jennifer Aniston is probably my number one dream woman. Love J.A. So hot, so nice, so funny. God, I could just laugh.
It's hard just how about 3 minutes ago I wanted to punch you so severely, but now I just want to really talk about the breakup with you.
Seriously,
like that part where they're at dinner, and then the guy chimes in,
That's Robbie on the kick drum. Come on the kick drum, Robbie.
Come on the kick drum.
So now well,
hey, real quick, while we're on the breakup,
yes.
End of the movie, they're both walking down the street past each other. Jennifer Aniston, Vince Vaughn. 6 months later, they see each other. The big smiles. They're not seeing anybody. Movie ends.
Yeah.
Do they continue their relationship, or do they go on meeting other people?
I mean, granted, I've only had one perfect relationship my whole life, so maybe a man who's been in various and nefarious relationships, constant breakups, lying misdeeds, all that stuff. Maybe
Wait, you're referring to me, right?
Absolutely.
All right, just want to make sure.
Yeah, so I think you can answer that question better. I mean, 6 months go by after a pretty horrific breakup, and you see him walking on the street, they're not seeing anybody. How do you react?
I mean, it feels happy to see him, but I guess, honestly, that happens to me pretty much every other day because I'm usually in a lot of relationships at once. The girls just, don't know about it, so it would really just depend on which girl it is and how long we were together and when they found out that I was a scumbag.
Again, a case-by-case basis, and that's why we're the antimatter and matter of pro wrestling. We get it, but we don't. It's cool. And I like this relationship. It is what it is. I want to talk about another rom-com. Robbie, what else do you like?
Well, I think it's only fair now that I've revealed that my favorite woman of all time is J.A. Jennifer Aniston, and I said any movie with her, chose to break up. I'm going to pass it to my co-host.
Head co-host, thank you. It's tough, because rom-coms are like pretty much just mindless drains on, your intelligence, really, and it kind of comes down to like these unrealistic relationship expectations that girls have. But if I'm, gonna pick a rom-com, I'm probably gonna have to pick American Psycho.
Wait a minute, American Psycho is not a rom-com.
Depending on perspective.
No, perspective. Reese Witherspoon, Christian Bale. I mean, Courtney was in there. There's love. There's
coat hangers.
Courtney who?
Courtney's the other girl.
Was in that?
Her name was Courtney, the character. I don't know. Yeah, but it's a laugh riot.
I don't think any movie that resembles Samuel Shaw is a rom-com.
Loosely based on his life, but nonetheless. He was in love with himself.
Put it this way. If I'm going to lie to a girl, like I normally do at the beginning of any relationship I have with a girl, and try and, lead her on to think that I'm actually, somewhat of a decent guy, and I'm going to show a movie and we're going to relax, she's going to giggle and stuff, I'm not going to put on American Psycho. I'm going to put on some kind of rom-com, I'm going to laugh, she's going to laugh, and then we're going to get it on thinking, oh, wow, I'm making love to this great guy, but really in my head I'm just probably thinking of you and how much I hate you.
Well, you're thinking of me.
I think that would be a great time to say that we have several guests lined up for this evening's performance and show. Guys, speaking of Jennifer Aniston, and
she's a guest tonight, right?
We know a lot about friendship, and you guys reached out to some of your best friends in the business this week, and we have some awesome guests coming up down the pipeline. I don't want to reveal them yet, but another epic chapter in this saga of who's going to end up being the host of all hosts, the
head
co-host. We have several guests lined up, but tonight you both have a heavy hitter in mind.
Yeah, a little wild card. Jordan, you proposed to us that we both find a very intriguing guest to tell a story or talk about their life on the Robbie EC3Experience. And Robbie, I know you're gonna have a good guest. I know you. I know how competitive you are, but I do not think you're gonna beat my guest tonight.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure that the guest that I got is a guy that not just anybody could actually get him to agree to be on a show and talk. The guy doesn't talk a lot, and I spoke to him, offered him a little something, and he accepted my offer, and he's going to come on and reveal his whole story, bro.
That's weird, because the guy I had to be a guest. I mean, he speaks, but it's usually in a foreign tongue, and his English is a tad bit broken. Much like his email.
Well,
let me just throw in one more thing. I don't really care about your foreign guest. I care about the great guest that I got, who's going to reveal himself and talk and do all that stuff that he never normally does. And after I interview my guest, everyone, all the fans of the Robbie EC3Experience are going to clearly see that I'm deserving of head co-host and you're just the co-host.
Well, as a head co-host, you would also look at every facet of your brand, your broadcast, and you'd see that both guests are probably going to be a great addition to the podcast, and you wouldn't just go out of your way and say negative things about the guests that you don't even know I have stashed in the closet.
Wait a minute, but my guest is stashed in the closet.
This is taking an odd turn. I would like to propose that, Robbie, since it is the Robbie EC3 Experience, I'm going to allow you full reign here. You're going to interview. I'm going to check your interview skills. You interviewed each other last week. It was a wonderful, wonderful tale. I'm going to let you interview your guest. If he's ready, we'll open that closet door and we'll reveal Robbie E's guest now. Is he ready to partake?
I'm going to reveal my guest, but the both of you have to turn your heads, because when I get him out of the closet, I'm going to put him under the bed because he feels uncomfortable with you two looking at him, and I'm going to go down there with him, okay?
Well, as head co-host, I see this being a fair interview tactic. little strange, but fair interview tactic.
Turn, wait, both of you turn your head. Turn your head. Turn. Hey, come on, bro. Yeah. Go under the bed. They're not going to look at you. Don't worry. I'm coming under here with the bed. Hey, don't worry.
So
I'm going to
confused.
come. Don't worry. I'm going to go under the bed with you, so that way you'll feel comfortable. Yes. So we'll both be down there. There's two of us that are under the bed. Me, Robbie E, the head co-host, and you, my guest, Manic. No.
I didn't.
I want to look, but out of respect to Robbie, I'm not.
Out of respect for Manic and his guys, I would look
So,
away as well.
Manic, now that I know everyone listening at home right now is wowed and clearly know whoever EC3 has isn't going to be nearly as good as a guest, let me ask you a few questions to just get some background information on you. But first of all, bro, Manic, how do you feel to be the first ever guest on the Robbie EC3 Experience? Well, Robbie, I'm really happy to be here. Oh, man, that's awesome, bro. I'm actually really happy to have you as my first guest. I think me having a powerful guest like you could really lead me to, head co-host, and I think this is a really good thing. But, I mean, let's get a little background info about, your wrestling and, how did you get started wrestling? Well, that's a very good question, Robbie. When I started wrestling, I started in the planets of crazy places because I'm Manic, and I'm just so crazy. Oh, man. Wow. You really sound like you had a heck of a training, Manic. You really are a wild one.
This is so intriguing.
Moving, see how jealous they are, bro. I can hear him whispering. Like, EC3 is like, he's speechless right now because he knows his guest is going to live up to you, bro. Like that rich a-hole will ever stand a chance against a guest you would get. Oh, I know, bro. I didn't know you were funny like this, Manic. Anyways, last question, bro. Life in Impact Wrestling. Where are you headed next? I mean, right now, you're teaming with James Storm. You're teaming with Sonata. You guys got a group together. If you were to move forward in Impact Wrestling, maybe team with someone else, who would it be? Well, for starters, I would never, ever want to team with Ethan Carter. Being a bromance seems like it could be pretty cool. Sort of hard. Jesse and Zima, I would love a bromance, Manic, man. Oh, dude, that's, bro, hey, we'll see. Maybe there's room for a masked bromance someday. But hey, let me just, guys, keep your head there. Let me just, from under the bed, let me just put you back here in the closet. You were a great guest. All right. Thanks, man. Catch you later. You were a hell of a guest. And, hey, guys, you can turn around now. Manic, actually, that was him. I put him back in the closet, but that was Manic. That was not me pretending to be here or anything. It's wild. That was Manic right here. Wow. I mean, what an interview. So now, do you even want to bring out your guest? Or should I just be called head co-host now? Or
well, I'm not ready to relinquish that title just yet. First off, I'd like to take this time to thank Manic for joining the podcast and being the first guest, even though he's Robbie's guest. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings in the past, Manic. I didn't know you thought so lowly of me. I'm a little broken up about it, actually. Kind of upset, but you know how I
turn that frown upside down. I'm going to bring out my guest. Now, Robbie, I gave you the courtesy of turning your back. So Jordan, if you could turn your back, Robbie, if you would give me the same courtesy and
It's only fair, I believe.
turn your back, because I also have to go into the other closet to the left here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my guest out. Make sure he's comfortable.
I'm going to do it, but I don't even trust her.
Several closets at the VegasFuel palatial estate.
All right, hey, you ready, buddy? Come on up. Okay.
No.
Now I know this is a.
No.
Wow, this is I can only imagine. I think I know. I think I recognize this.
Like, who's your guest, bro? You get like he's out here. What? I could just.
Well, allow me to properly introduce him. I want to make him comfortable. This is not his native land. He is from the Far East, the Orient, the country Japan. I bring to you, the fans of the Robbie E EC3Experience, the great Sonata. Thank you so much for taking the time to come here, to come to VegasFuel Estates, to do this podcast, to be my first guest. And I just really want to get right down to the nitty gritty of it. Sonata, how happy are you be here? Yes or no question.
Welcome to Robbie EC3 Experience.
This is the Robbie EC3 Experience, and thank you for that soundbite. We're going to use that in the future going forward. And, I've noticed lately a change in your attitude, your demeanor. So, you come in to Impact and you make an impact. You become X Division champion. You hold it longer than Robbie E, which is incredible. Actually, not really. Everyone has held it longer. But regardless, you make this impact, and then you lose, and you kind of lose your way, and you turn your back on Great Muda, and you paint your face now. And I just want to know, yes or no question, do you think that was the right thing to do?
Welcome to Robbie EC3 Experience.
Yeah, yes, thank you again. Thank you again for that wonderful soundbite. And let me continue this interview. So you turn on Great Muda, you hit him with a steel chair in New York City, and I just want to know what was going through your head at the time. Yes or no question, was that the right thing to do?
ロビーと EC3 はすごいアホだ。そんなアホなアメリカ人は見たことない。
Well,
いつ日本来るんだお前ら。
yeah.
ロ
Yeah.
ビーと EC3 はすごいアホだ。こんなアホなアメリカ人は見たことない。
Wow. Yeah, that's. Did you guys hear? Oh, Robbie, you probably don't speak Japanese fluently like I do, and French. But I'm gonna translate what he said. It was very difficult for me to turn my back on my mentor, but I thought it was the right move to do for business. By the way, EC3, you're an incredible host. You should be head co-host. Well, thank you, Sonata. That's so kind of you to say. Now, yes or no question, does Robbie E even deserve a spot on this podcast? Maybe he's right.
Oh, hold on. If you don't mind, I mean, you have some guests, and if you wouldn't mind me asking him a question, I mean, hey, Sonata.
This is highly unorthodox.
Sonata-san, do you think that I am a better host than EC3?
Maybe.
Oh, come. Yeah, you're gonna have to pick. Keep your back turned.
All right, last time I'm asking you, Sonata, but again, I'm your guest. I'm sorry, but I just want to get down to it. Come on. Who do you think is a better host?
Welcome to Robbie EC3 Experience.
Well, I think with the tone of his voice that he's clearly saying that I am the rightful heir to the head co-host thing. Yes or no question, Sonata. Am I the rightful heir to be head co-host of the Robbie EC3 Experience?
No.
What? You played the wrong sound. Stop. Hold on. Okay. Played the wrong soundbite.
The Robbie EC3 Experience is experiencing technical difficulties.
No, we're not experiencing. Like, I have one thing to do. You have to do. Play the right soundbites of Sonata. No, stop. Why'd you press the button?
I'm sorry, it's frozen and...
Listen, stop.
What do you mean sound?
There's nothing, there's not...
Do I need to turn around?
No.
Wait a minute, where is Sonata? Is this a joke, bro? Wait a minute, hold on. I clearly just had Matic under the bed right here. I mean, obviously we know that was him.
You had Matic under the bed.
You heard him, didn't you? I mean,
Yeah.
he was right there.
And now-
I can't talk like the guy. I don't know what the guy sounds like.
And now you're going to tell me Matic's in the closet.
Well, he's in the closet, and
how do you get out? There's no exit to that closet.
Manic has mysterious features, and I think
like disappears and stuff, bro.
Robbie, I know you're a perennial scumbag, an art connoisseur of a liar. You are filth, human degenerate, garbage. You're trash. You are a trash man. You are a trashy, trashy man. And I'm going to tell you right now, I bet you an entire stock in VegasFuel that Manic is not in that closet.
You know something? Something? I am a scumbag, and I did make it up. That was me talking. It was
What?
me that was Manic. I didn't have him here, but you know what? You don't have Sonata here either, bro.
Yeah, but at least
you don't
on his voice.
Who cares? His voice is stupid, bro. I sounded exactly the way Manic sounds, bro. No one knew that was me. Everyone thought that was Manic.
I am flabbergasted, shocked, and appalled. The credibility has been tarnished of this podcast. I was getting ready to say that a contribution to audio history has been made this evening, and now I am at a loss for words. However...
Okay, alright. The jig's up. The jig's up.
Well then, since clearly I knew that he was going to have a fake Sonata, which is why I had to match him and have a fake Manic.
Are you sure that wasn't
Jordan? I know, it sounded like it, right?
No. Clearly, I, thinking ahead of the game, knew that no one would come do a podcast with Robbie's name first in it, so I knew Manic was fake all along.
That's
just
funny.
Robbie with a sock in his mouth, making some obscure voice, thinking that that's Manic since I never heard the man talk, and he could pull one over me. You didn't pull one over me, mister, because there's nobody in that closet. Truth hurts.
Oh, really? That's funny, because I've actually had 2 people contact me saying they want to be on, but only because of my interview skills. And you know who those 2 people were? The first one was your father, and the second one was Phil Friedman.
Oh, Phil Friedman.
Yes, Phil Friedman.
Phil Friedman, really? Vegas Phil?
Yeah, Vegas Phil. Yep.
A.K.A. Vegas Fuel's #1 bald fan. Would only do this podcast based on my prior relationship with him.
I don't believe that.
I see personal security for me in Vegas. So how about next week we have Vegas Phil Friedman, on this podcast to really tell who he wants to be A, head co-host, B, leader of the Robbie EC3 Experience, and C, best friend.
Well, you know what? If we're going to have a call-in from Vegas Phil Friedman, then we're also going to have a call-in from Vegas Johnny Ferrari, bro.
So you're telling me
Uh-huh.
that next Robbie EC3 Experience,
Yep.
we're going to have a calling showdown
Yep.
between Vegas Phil Friedman
and Vegas Johnny Ferrari, who is the most famous poker player of all time.
Stakes have been raised.
and have never been higher. Guys, I have to say, although there was tomfoolery, there was deceit, and many other faux pas, this is, at worst, the second best episode we've ever done. Is that fair to say? I think we all agree on that. Let's hold hands. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Robbie EC3 Experience. Brought to you every other Monday by Impact Wrestling and the delectable positive energy of the Nectar of the Gods VegasFuel Energy Drink Experience, conveniently available at Rite Aid and GNC across this great nation. Make sure you are tuning in to Impact Wrestling every Wednesday night on Spike TV, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for the best superstars and best action in all of professional wrestling. Visit ImpactWrestling.com each and every day and drink a cool, crisp, refreshing VegasFuel, available at Rite Aid and GNC nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you 2 Mondays from now. Thank you. And remember, it all makes sense if you don't think about it.
Impact Wrestling, Wednesday nights on Spike.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, driving but not really paying attention, kind of nodding off, listening but not really listening, probably not driving responsibly. Yeah, you need to wake up. People today have no attention span. You're having a conversation, then boom, someone's phone goes off. Someone tags your picture. You get intercepted by a hashtag or a pin or a tweet or a notification. You need to focus. You need some positive energy. We all need VegasFuel Energy Drink Experience. It tastes delicious, it's the most affordable, and it's available at Rite Aid nationwide. Where? Rite Aid, dude. Oh, and for those of you who missed it, hashtag VegasFuel. Available at Rite Aid nationwide. Hashtag VegasFuel. It just tastes better.